building. Based on what AJ says, the producers told AJ to go up to Raja and tell him and pump him up and be like, tell him to go get his receipt, man, tell him to go get his receipt, and like get in there and like get in there in the middle of Stu's fight, get in there and get your receipt. Okay. Now, AJ says he was in full character the entire time, and he was not being Andrew, which is his legal name. He was being AJ, a character, because his promoter, aka his boss, told him to go do his job, and that just impromptu became his job. So he feels like he was walked into the lion's den, that now he's the fall guy and taking the punches for all this bullshit. Meanwhile, AJ also says that by the time that particular fight started, he had already left the building because he had his own second fight to go do at a whole nother venue. So he wasn't even present at this point. He had nothing to do with anything other than knowing Raja and bringing him backstage and then trying to manage the situation. That's AJ's story. According to the comments, it's not the popular opinion. There's not very nice things being said about AJ, is what I'm saying in the comments. Anyway, so now he's lost his job and he's not allowed to work with that organization anymore. He's pretty upset about it. Okay, and then that's the speed through him. Now, I want to say two things that he mentioned that are noteworthy. One, he's claiming it wasn't a prop can. He's claiming there was full liquid in the can, and Raja just took that hit fully. Again, do your own research, go back and look at the video, see if there's any flinches, see if there's any liquid coming out of the can, but that's just a little cookie crumb that AJ left behind. He also mentions the drinking backstage and why do we even have beers backstage? I mention that because defense attorneys like that sort of information. And even though Stu is the victim as far as the battery and the charges, there's still going to be things that the defense attorneys try to scrape up from the bottom of that barrel to paint a different picture of Stu or create any liabilities for him. Because here's the other thing AJ said. He said the reason the promoter was so hot to get Raja up on that stage immediately and get him to get his receipt is because he didn't want the liability and the conclusion that Raja was finally going to come to, which is, wait a minute, let me calm down for a minute and look at this for what it actually is. I just got assaulted. I'm a fan back here. I just got assaulted by one of the wrestlers. That's a liability. So that's AJ's theory on why they were so hot to get him in there. Either that or they're super jinky, mom and pop operation that don't know how to plan and organize events properly. And they just throw random MMA fighters in there impromptu without even knowing the lingo or the brotherhood of it. So either way, it's kind of reckless. Pick your story. Now, AJ also mentioned something very interesting because remember, he's trying to clear his name.